everyone, this is Ravady's blog of Animation Bliss, and welcome to another one of an anime discussion series. Today's anime discussion is going to be on, do you judge a cartoon or animated series based on its art style? And what I mean by this is, if art style of a cartoon series or animated movie is like looks kooky or looks ugly or stuff like that, do you judge a movie based on that? Well, for me personally, I used to judge a lot of cartoon shows and a lot of movies based on the art style of the film, the art style of the characters. But then, years later, I learned to just like judge the story or judge the TV series and the movie based on the content they have, rather than based on the art style. Because I feel like sometimes when you judge a show by the art style, sometimes you might miss out on what the content is trying to offer you. Like, for example, here are some TV shows that I judge by the art style, not realizing that they actually explore a lot mature content than what the art style led you to believe, and that's Rocko's Modern Life and One Piece. With Rocko's Modern Life, I will admit, when I was younger, I didn't like Rocko's Modern Life, and it's not really because of the art style, but really because of the gross out humor. But I think Rocko's Modern Life is one of those shows that if you were to judge it by its art style, it looks like a childish show. But when you start looking at a few more episodes, and I actually like Rocko's Modern Life, just so you know, so don't worry, I don't hate the show anymore. But with Rocko's Modern Life art style, you would think it's a children's show. It's a bit too childish. But then when you actually look at the show years later as an adult, you realize the content is a little more mature than you actually get out of a kids show. So, or you get out of a show that has an art style drawn like that. So I learned to judge a lot of animated shows and in general by the content rather than the art style. And One Piece, which is an anime series, is another good example of not judging a series by its art style. Like, the art style of One Piece looks pretty cartoonish, like the characters look pretty exaggerated, and you would think this is one of those series that's going to be like all comedy all the time. And while it does have a lot of comedic moments, there's a lot of storylines in One Piece that's pretty mature. Like, if some of y'all have seen the Arlong story arc, where Luffy and his friends had to fight Arlong the fishmen, that's a pretty dark storyline for a series that whose art style looks pretty childish for the most part. But it was a storyline that I thought was handled very well. But again, it was in within a series whose art style looks kind of cartoonish from like your viewpoint and stuff like that. So I learned to just judge a lot of shows based on the content rather than by their art style, because sometimes even though the art style looks cartoonish, the content of the show is like not really that cartoony, or it's actually more mature than you think it is. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you judge a cartoon series based on its art style, or do you just judge a cartoon series based on the content they have? Please feel free to comment below, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter so we can keep you updated any new videos we post up, and also like our Facebook page. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabia's blog of Animation Bliss, and I'll see you later.